Looking for something for the national park lover in your life? Maybe that national park lover is you.
Then be sure to check out the Gaze Shop, the official home of all Gaze at the National Parks merchandise featuring original designs inspired by the sights, monuments, and majesty of the national parks. Right now, we have designs featuring images from Glacier, Grand Teton, Yellowstone, Bryce Canyon, Joshua Tree, and more.
New this month is the New River Gorge collection. Check out 3 new prints and the New River Gorge sticker and celebrate the rugged beauty of the Mountain State's incredible national park.
See all of our collections by visiting shop.gazeatthenationalparks.com to bring some of the national parks home with you.
Have a sense of adventure and looking to explore? Want to head to a national park, explore a city, or hike trails of a region in North America? Look no further than Moon Travel for all your ethical trip planning needs.
With guidebooks and coverage of all 63 national parks and other outdoor adventures in every U.S. region, you can count on Moon's local expertise, unique recommendations, and strategic advice to help you plan an unforgettable trip.
Moon Travel books allow you to both broadly explore a region, park, or city and hone in on specific hotspots, must-dos, and exciting excursions for any type of traveler.
Their guidance allows for realistic trip planning on any sort of budget, giving you more time to explore and less time to stress about planning. Whether you are taking a short road trip, exploring a new city, heading to a national park, or spending a week in the wilderness, make sure to pack a Moon Travel Guide with you.
For a limited time, our listeners can get 20% off their order of Moon USA National Parks book by author Becky Lomax by using code GAZE when you shop through Hachette Book Group using the link in our show notes.
That's code GAZE, G-A-Z-E, for 20% off your copy of Moon USA National Parks. Head to our show notes to check it out and see Moon's entire collection of national parks guides.
For more information and to purchase a Moon Travel Guide, be sure to visit moon.com. He may go, oh, there isn't an ocean too deep, a mountain so high he can keep me away.
Hello, and welcome to Trail Mix by Gaze at the National Parks. I'm Dusty.
And I'm Mike. If you're joining us for the first time, Trail Mix is the short format episode of our show. While our long format episodes explore one hiking trail in one national park, one park at a time, Trail Mix allows us to dive deeper into things we didn't get to cover in our long format episodes.
That's right. And this Trail Mix episode is all about what to do if you are outside and you have to poo-poo.
Or Peepee.
Okay, so we're committing to the use of the terms poo-poo and pee-pee this entire episode.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's pretty G-rated.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, we could say urinate, we could say bowel movement, but no, I think we're saying poo-poo and pee-pee.
Great. I love it.
Yeah. Also, let's talk about euphemisms for poop. There are so many, right? Like doing your business, right? That's one. Dropping the kids off at the pool. That's another one. What are some other euphemisms for poop?
I mean, I think one of my favorite is dumping out.
Wait, hold on. I also love I have to go see a man about a dog. I like that one too.
Yeah.
My grandmother used to say that all the time, and I was like, I love dogs.
She's like,
let me come with you and
stay
she's
out
like,
of the bathroom.
No, it's not that kind of dog. My grandmother, she could have done stand up. She wanted to. She was funny. Oh God, I love euphemisms for poop. I know. It's so funny because I feel like we create them so that we don't have to say poop or poo-poo, right? But at the end of the day, it's poo-poo.
It's poo-poo.
That's right.
It sure is.
We're talking about poo-poo.
That's right.
That's right.
Poo-poo-ree.
Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where you have had to poo-poo in the woods?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me. I don't know that I know this.
Yeah, it was when I was on the Salcantay Trail when I was in Peru and I was hiking to Machu Picchu.
Oh,
I had like
your fancy girl travels.
Oh yeah, that was my fancy girl travels. That's right. In the life before I was a teacher, everyone, I was an heiress.
An heiress.
That's right. I just want you to know.
I was an heiress. I decided to give up my fortune so that I might educate the children.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yep. We figured it out. We figured out Mike's path. He's literally living that movie.
I'm Anastasia.
You're the lost Romanoff girl. That's who you are.
Fart, don't fail me now. Poo-poo, don't desert me.
No, you have to stop. I can't. Oh my God. You changed the word heart to fart. Of course you did.
Yep. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had to poop on the Salcantay Trail. It wasn't great.
No.
Because I wasn't prepared for it.
Okay.
And I felt a lot of shame after. And I probably have been haunted now by, that trail for the rest of my life.
Let's talk about the shame. Let's talk about the shame.
Well, I had to hide from everyone. We were like a big group and there was no restroom to
And
be
by
had.
hide from everyone, you mean for the rest of the trip. Because you were like, I can never face them again. Because they know that I had to disappear. And
the lost Romanov had to poop in the woods.
the lost Romanoff had to poop in the woods. Okay, so what do you mean by you were unprepared?
I think I had tissues with me, but not toilet paper. And we were at a stopping point, but I don't think there was a restroom. That was the thing. And it's like they didn't really prepare us for what to do when we needed to use the restroom. So, so I was ill prepared. Exactly what I mean. I think I had hand sanitizer and that was about it.
Well, if you don't have toilet paper and all you have is hand sanitizer,
you just throw some on the back and you call it a day.
I mean, you do what you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
No, actually, I've never had to properly poop in the woods.
Oh.
I think
improperly though.
Improperly plenty. No, I'm kidding. No, I've not been in that circumstance where I've
well,
had to
good
do
for
it.
You.
I mean, I don't know if it's good for me or
One
not.
less shame point that you have.
I don't think I would have any shame about it though. I mean, I would feel, especially with other people, like I don't,
Yeah.
Oh no, if I have to go, it's like, I'd rather go in the woods and do this so that.
But it wasn't in the woods. It was like behind a rock in the very open space. So it wasn't even the woods is what I'm saying to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I had to be stealthy about it. I felt like Gollum crawling out of his
why
cave.
did you, I'm stuck on the shame. Is it because it was poop or because it was like you held up the group?
No, because there were people around and I had to be stealthy about it. Maybe shame isn't the right word. Embarrassment.
Oh, embarrassed. Okay.
Yeah.
Stealthy feels like you're making eye contact with someone while you're doing it.
I was deeply staring into someone's eyes.
While you were pooping publicly.
That's right. Yep.
Okay, I guess I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I haven't had to do that. I think, I don't know. I mean, we've never been in a circumstance where either of us have had to poop on any of the trails that we're on.
No.
Though we also weren't overnighting and backpacking or anything like that.
Right.
But had we been, or, whenever we do, I'm sure we will have to be prepared for that.
Oh, we will. Absolutely. You may be asking yourself this question right now. Why would we produce an episode all about pooping and peeing in nature? Well, it isn't because we think it's terribly amusing to say poo-poo or pee-pee dozens and dozens of times. I don't know how true that is. However, it is a bit of an unfortunate answer.
According to the lovely folks over at leavenotrace.org, who constantly work with land managers throughout the year, the most common impact reported by land managers to leave no trace is the improper disposal of human waste. The improper disposal of human waste is a real problem because it contaminates water and spreads diseases from humans to animals.
While national parks and other public lands are outfitted with restrooms, occasionally with proper plumbing, but most often pit toilets, or as they are sometimes referred to as vault toilets.
Euphemisms for the win, right? Vault toilets. No, now that sounds like I'm going to go descend into my secretive vault where there happen to be toilets.
I'm going to go dump out my secrets in the vault toilet.
That's right. I'm going to go see a man about a dog in the vault.
That's right.
Toilet.
Disposal of human waste is a serious problem, especially in the backcountry trails where there are fewer vault toilets.
Okay, so I do want you to imagine hiking in backcountry trails with just actual literal piles of poop just all over the place from humans.
Yeah.
Not cute.
No.
Up until recently, the guidance for pooping in the outdoors has been fairly consistent. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Cat Hole.
That's right. Digging what is referred to as a cat hole has been the consistent direction for hikers. Hikers are instructed to walk about 200 feet away from any water source, dig a 6 to 8 inch hole in the ground. They often sell cat hole shovels for this specific reason. Make sure the poop gets into the cat hole, then bury the poop with the dirt they dug out.
When it comes to the toilet paper, the direction has been, if you're using leaves, then bury them in the cat hole with the poop. But if you're using toilet paper, then pack it out. And since pack it out may be an unfamiliar term to some folks, it means take it with you off the trail as you leave. Though in my research, I did find some guidance that suggested burying the toilet paper in the cat hole too. Do not do this. Can you believe that it says that?
No.
Do not do this. Do not bury at all. Do not ever bury your toilet paper. You got to take that toilet paper with you.
For years and years, this has been the guidance. However, times are changing. More people are visiting public lands, and human waste is becoming an increasing problem for public land. Thus, it is time for us to update our practices when it comes to Poopoo and Peepee in the outdoors.
As I'm sure we can all imagine, cat holes don't break down or compost poop very well. While yes, we are putting it back into the earth, and poop is eventually going to break down, poop being buried in a cat hole is not setting up the poop or the earth for any kind of success. And the real problem lies between the time the poop is buried and when it is finally broken down.
I like the idea of setting poop up for success.
Of course.
A study was done in the 1980s which proved that no matter how deep poop is buried and regardless of elevation, it can still be filled with pathogens, salmonella, and E. coli. Obviously, this doesn't help the local plant and animal populations. Pathogens in soils can very easily make their way into waterways and into greater ecosystems of the area. Pathogens can continue to grow and thrive even after poop has decomposed. Literally, what goes around comes around.
As we know, poop contains that stuff that has passed through the body that we no longer need, including remnants of medication, bacteria, hormones, etc. And those can very quickly make their way into the ground. According to the article Outdoor Poop Etiquette is Changing by Krista Langlois, published on Outside Online, a study by geneticist Laura Scott of the U.S. Geological Survey was done in 2016, who found antibiotic-resistant bacteria in samples that were taken from 10 national parks. That's not great.
No. Talk about a super virus. Hello, COVID.0 or whatever it is.
Seriously. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's not great.
No.
And what's funny is that leavenotrace.org, who, I mean, is the gold standard, we'd say, for ethical
treatment.
Or like how to ethically recreate, right? Also still advises for digging cat holes, which is not a good thing to do.
No.
Let's find out a little bit more about why.
So why has the guidance been cat holes for so long? According to Lara Jacobs, an ecologist and PhD candidate at Oregon State University, this guidance emerged more broadly in the late 80s, during a time when there were not many hikers in the backcountry. So just getting the poop out of sight and out of direct access from wildlife seemed to be the solution. But today, with increased recreation in the national parks, especially the sections of the park that don't contain vault toilets, this has become a poo-poo backfire.
Some recent examples include the U.S. Forest Service stopping all camping by Oregon's No Name Lake in 2019 because it, quote, started to smell like a sewer. Ugh.
Yeah, that's
I
not
know.
great.
And in 2021, a ranger in Zion National Park apparently collected and removed 9 pounds of human poop from one of their more popular backcountry hikes. We don't often hike in the backcountry, but people just don't talk enough about the poop back there.
Well, it's called the backcountry for a reason.
Wow. There it is, everybody.
And COVID certainly increased visitorship, bringing more people and therefore more poop to the backcountry. There has been study after study that shows increase in levels of E. coli specifically connected to human waste found in waterways, soil, sand, and generally in the greater environmental systems near and around public lands. And ecologist Lara Jacobs, who is a member of the Muskogee Creek Nation, fears contamination of natural resources for indigenous people who still use the land near popular parks to source food.
And while shovels and waste kits that help hikers dig cat holes are available, they still aren't the best solution. There are some waste kits that come with these little tablets that you can drop on top of the poop once it's in the cat hole, and fungi will grow out of the tablet to help break down the poop better. But scientists don't like this option either, as it is literally introducing non-native fungi to the area. So when it comes to poop, it is clear that we must now change our ways. And it seems that our dog walking practices can be quite beneficial for our human practices.
That's right. It's time to curb ourselves the way we curb our dogs. Introducing the WAG bag. WAG being an acronym for waste alleviation and gelling.
Which sounds like sending someone away so that you can gel your hair.
A WAG bag allows hikers to pack out their poop. They are often kits that come with a little bit of hand sanitizer and some toilet paper. And they have chemical gel crystals which eliminate the odor of human waste. Who doesn't want to poop into a bag of crystals?
No part of your waste is undesirable. Make it a crystal-worthy experience.
J'adore. Oh, gosh.
I wrote this joke in the outline, everybody. Mike is seeing it for the first time. You have to say it more clearly.
J'adore.
That's right. Charlize Theron for WAG bags. I mean, obviously, here's the selling point, right? Like, that's what I'm saying, right? Who doesn't want, literally, though, like, you can poop into a bag of crystals.
But will they grow into something is what I want to know.
Who knows? But you know what? You get, it's special because there's crystals. That's what I'm saying. Crystals are like mysterious and they're majestic and they're like, you know, like there's something, you know, glitzy and glamorous about them. So it's like, that's what that's the selling point.
Right.
Hi, there's your sales entry.
Yeah, look at that.
But, I mean, you could dig a hole in the ground, but don't you want to poop with some crystals instead?
Yeah. WAG bags come in many forms. Some are just the bags, but some contain the whole kit. As for me, sorry. As for me and my house, we poop with crystals.
I need to hear it. I need it to be convincing.
As for me and my house, we poop with crystals.
There it is.
And while some people never find themselves too far from a pit toilet, it is probably a good idea to get yourself some of these because nature calls.
Some public lands have already started to incorporate WAG bags. Bears Ears National Monument, Mount Whitney, and Rocky Mountain National Park have WAG bags and waste kits, sometimes even available for free to hikers. An interesting fact, Mount Whitney has required WAG bags since 2006 and have reported that the amount of poop that is packed out by hikers hiking that mountain gets to about 8,000 pounds a year. That's a lot of poop.
I mean, but it is a very tall mountain. The tallest in the contiguous United States.
But I think more importantly here, there's a lot of hikers on that mountain.
Yeah, that are pooping all their way up to the sky.
Right, exactly.
Poop into the sky. Why poop just anywhere when you can poop with crystals? But some people may ask why there aren't more vault toilets in the backcountry. And that is because of the Wilderness Act, which was created to protect quote-unquote wilderness areas. See our trail mix, Without a Trace, about the word wilderness and how this is a term of erasure.
This Wilderness Act means that it is not easy to put up human-made structures in wilderness areas. And while some parks have started to install some backcountry pit toilets, remember that if you don't pack out your poop, someone else has to. And WAG bags are the most effective and safest way to dispose of our waste. So they are here to stay. And just like people complained about picking up dog poop, people are going to complain about picking up their own poop. But then hopefully it will just become the new norm and we can all just get on board.
So what are some tips and tricks for pooping in a bag and for other bodily fluids we may need to dispose of while in the outdoors? First, let's talk about the Poopoo. Double-layered WAG bags are great because they will reduce smell. They sell them in kits with all the fixins, so get yourself some poop bags.
If you are in the water in a raft or a boat, you can also get a groover, which is like a small portable toilet, though unlike wag bags, which can be tossed, groovers will need to be cleaned out for reuse. So remember that you're signing up to wash it out afterwards. And that poop does need to go somewhere that's not down the sink. It's got to go into the garbage. Okay, so now let's talk about using a wag bag.
It's actually easy. Open the outermost bag, remove the contents, usually the interior bag, toilet paper, and sanitizer. Then place the interior bag on the ground. Make sure the poop lands on the bag, now with crystals. It's probably a good idea to bring along your own toilet paper too, because what comes in the kits is minimal.
Once the poop is in the bag, drop the toilet paper into the bag too, then seal it up and you are good to go. Then dispose of it properly when you are back near proper disposal containers. Also note that if you are staying overnight and you are in bear country, most people will tie their food up high in a tree to, they call it a bear hang. Poop bags should also be tied up that high too. Oh, because bears can smell the remnants of things that have been eaten in our poop. Also, the little crystals are going to do the work to keep down the smell, but do make sure that you keep the bag away from food. So make sure that bear hang is not you're not hanging poop literally next to your food.
You don't want dysentery?
No. And having extra hand sanitizer is always a good idea. Another good tip is to bring a dry bag and put all of your wag bags in one place. You know what that means. That's the sound of another sale on Shopify and the moment another business dream becomes a reality.
Shopify is the commerce platform revolutionizing millions of businesses worldwide. Whether you're selling handmade tote bags, stickers, or prints inspired by the national parks, Shopify simplifies selling online and in person so you can focus on successfully growing your business.
Shopify covers every sales channel, from an in-person POS system to an all-in-one e-commerce platform. It even lets you sell across social media marketplaces like TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Packed with industry-leading tools ready to ignite your growth, Shopify gives you complete control over your business and your brand without having to learn any new skills in design or code.
We know what it's like to open an online shop, and it's very involved. And Shopify is streamlining this process for business owners. What's incredible to me about Shopify is how, no matter how big you want to grow, Shopify is there to empower you with the confidence and control to revolutionize your business.
Now it's your turn to get serious about selling and try Shopify today. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/gaze. And that's all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/gaze. And that's GAZE to take your business to the next level.
Possibility, powered by Shopify.
What's a game where no one wins? The waiting game. And when it comes to hiring, don't wait for great talent to find you. Find them first with Indeed. When you're hiring, you need Indeed.
Indeed is the hiring platform where you can attract, interview, and hire all in one place, delivering 4 times more hires than all other job sites combined, according to Talent Nest 2019.
Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, Indeed's a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all.
Streamline hiring with powerful tools that find you matched candidates. With Instant Match, over 80% of employers get you quality candidates whose resume on Indeed matches their job description the moment they sponsor a job, according to Indeed.us.
Something I love about Indeed is how easy it makes the hiring process. Indeed does the hard work for you.
Even better, Indeed's the only job site where you only pay for applications that meet your must-have requirements.
Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/gaze. Claim your $75 job credit now at Indeed.com/gaze. And that's gaze, GAZE. Offer good for a limited time. Terms and conditions apply.
Need to hire? You need Indeed. Now let's talk about Peepee. The most important thing to remember about Peepee is that you want to find a place where it will be absorbed into the ground. If you're in the woods, it's going to be absorbed easily. If you're in an alpine territory near where mountain goats roam, it is recommended to spill your urine onto rocks or boulders. Mountain goats like the salt found in the urine and will dig up the dirt if they smell it. You want to avoid a situation where Peepee is going to stick around. Note that in the desert, try to find a spot near some type of vegetation, as the sand will simply absorb the Peepee and then it will stick around for a while and it will smell.
Also, and this is extremely important, never pee into a water source like a lake or a pond or stream. This is a surefire way to harm or kill wildlife or to make other humans and wildlife sick. Sure, the ocean is the ocean and it will disperse, but smaller bodies of water should never be a place to dispose of human waste, nor should it be a place to actively poo-poo or pee-pee. We always want to walk away from water sources to do this. If you're in a raft or a boat over water, going in a container, using a funnel if needed may be the best option, and then you can dispose of it later. And for menstruators, make sure to pack out all associated waste, especially things like plastic applicators.
So to make a long story short,
Too late.
we have to take our waste with us. And the small amount of waste we leave behind, we have to be very intentional about where we leave it and how it will affect the environment. It's always a safe bet to pack it out and to truly leave no trace.
The sources for today's trail mix include the article, Outdoor Poop Etiquette is Changing. You're Probably Not Going to Like It by Krista Langlois, published on Outside Online.
The article, We Have to Change the Way We Do Our Business by Stephen Potter, published on climbing.com.
The article, Ultimate Guide to Pooping Outdoors by Vanita Salisbury, published on Thrillist.
REI, leavenotrace.org, and the article, How to Use the Bathroom Outside by Sandra Sathoff, published on WashingtonTrailsAssociation.org.
And now, let's end this episode with a game. All right, Mike, are you ready for our
Poopoo Peepee game?
Yes, our Poopoo Peepee game.
I am.
Excellent. Okay, so this category is called Wag Bag Rhyme Time.
Oh, great.
So every answer is going to rhyme with wag bag.
Which already rhymes.
Which already rhymes. I know. The second word will always be bag.
Okay, great.
Or as Joey J said in that one season of Drag Race, bag.
Biag.
Yeah. They did a bag ball on Drag Race that season, so they had to do 3 looks for this one ball. That's what a ball means, multiple looks in one runway. And it was inspired by the word bag. So Joey J came out wearing a nurse's uniform with like one of those
IV poles.
IV poles, right? But then also like with ivy, like greenery wrapped around. So it was like sort of 2 ideas happening at the same time. So the judges were like, we didn't really get this. And Joey J's like, I was going for IV bag. And then they were like, right, we got that. But then you like incorporated the ivy with it. Right, I was going for IV bag. You could just see them go, you know what? Okay, I don't know that this is worth that. Okay, here we go. Also, I have 8 of these.
Oh.
So bonus.
Great.
For 100, this bag would probably follow behind you and make you go very slowly.
What is a lag bag?
That is correct. For 200, this bag would probably get pretty annoying because it would get caught on so many things.
What is a snag bag?
That is correct. This is the type of bag where you would store your copy of Architectural Digest or your copy of Better Homes and Gardens.
What is a mag bag?
That's right. This is the type of bag that Cinderella probably had on her at the beginning of the story.
What is a rag bag?
Correct. This is a bag that you have that you're very proud of, and you tell everybody where you got it.
What is a brag bag?
That's it. This is your bag full of makeup, wigs, and costumes that you use to turn yourself into Miss Vanity plates.
What is a drag bag?
That is correct. And finally, this is the bag that you take with you if you're going to the dance solo.
What is a stag bag?
That is correct. You did so great.
Thanks. I love rhyming.
Isn't it so much fun? And that was Wag Bag Rhyme Time.
Now with crystals.
Now with crystals. Crystals. This has been Trail Mix with Crystals by Gaze at the National Parks, the podcast. And we're here to remind you to hike early and hike often, and that crystals are always out there.
Gaze at the National Parks was created and is hosted by us,
Dustin Ballard.
and Michael Ryan.
To see images from this episode, follow our Instagram at Gaze at the National Parks. To contact us, email us at gazeatthenationalparks@gmail.com. And to find out more about the parks visited on this show, visit our website, gazeatthenationalparks.com. That's Gaze, G-A-Z-E.
All original artwork featured on Instagram, on our website, and in the Gaze Shop is by me, Michael Ryan.
All original music was written and performed by Dave Seaman and Mariella Klinger, with Sean Sklios on guitar. Our music producer is Skyler Fortgang. This episode was edited by me, Dustin Ballard.
We would also like to acknowledge that while recording this episode that we are on the traditional and stolen lands of the Lenape people, also known as Middlesex County, New Jersey.